Welcome back to Sports Jam. It's been a great start to the season for the Maple Grove softball team, and we're talking to them after a tense 1-0 win over Champlin Park. And we'll start with Jade Tomashek delivering the game's only run in this one. How much fun was today to be out here and be involved in such a tight game like this against another pretty good team?
It was pretty fun. It was a good experience because our team hasn't really been in that tight of a game yet, and our defense was really good, so I'm pretty proud of us.
Talk about the hit that delivered the only run of this game. What were you, as you came up there, what were you thinking? Were you thinking possibly trying to drive one out or not?
I was just thinking about my last at bat and how I could make an adjustment to possibly driving a run.
You've obviously got a very good pitcher, but like you said, defense, it matters a lot too, making some crucial plays in tight situations. Is that something this team prides itself on a little bit too?
We just have a good defense, and if the ball's hit to us, we try to do our best to handle it any way we can.
Obviously not all smooth sailing this week. You guys had a loss earlier, but in some ways, is that not a bad thing to maybe kind of refocus everybody and get ready for the rest of the games here too?
Yeah, I think that game definitely made us realize what we need to work on and really bring the team together and focus on what we're trying to do and our goals.
All right, Jade, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the season here.
Thank you.
And Ava Dueck spinning a shutout here against Champlin Park. They've got some hitters in that lineup. How did you feel out there today, and how much fun was the game to be a part of?
It was a ton of fun. I know a lot of girls on that team, and they're all really good hitters, and so it was fun to compete against them. And I knew that win or lose, they were always going to have me, my team was always going to have my back, so it was just fun to pitch confidently and ultimately pitch well, I guess, at least this time.
Yeah, how important was this to have a bounce-back game after the Anoka game?
I think it was really important for the whole team. I think it was a huge eye-opener on what we need to work on. It's really easy to say and get comfortable and say that we got this after a 5-game streak. But I think we needed this in order to make sure that we didn't get comfortable in our roles.
It seems like the season's just started, but in some ways, we're getting into May here. You have to be ready for the rest of this short season. But overall, how do you feel about the way this team's been playing?
I am really excited about the way this team has been playing. Our defense and hitting has exceeded my expectations. I mean, I knew we were going to be good, but I'm just really excited about the prospect of this team going into these tougher games and into the end of the season.
All right, Ava, enjoy the week ahead here, and a nice job in this one.
Thank you so much.
And Jim Koltes, how are you feeling about this team so far through these first few weeks of the season?
You know what, we're really excited with what we have out here for kids. They've worked hard to get to where we're at right now, and now we're starting to kind of see some of the efforts that they've been putting in, and we're getting a little bit of the effort now on the field of how we want to compete.
This is a good battle today, and obviously these schools are close by, and in the winter season you coach Champlin Park. Is this one a special one when you play a team like that?
Yeah, it really is. Well, I live in Champlin too as well, and it's super special. A lot of those kids over there I know, or I've known just through the whole softball program and growing up in the area where I'm at. So yeah, it means a whole lot to get to play those guys. Plus, I get a little bragging rights with Matson tomorrow.
Do you like the way the team bounced back from a tough loss to Anoka too?
Yeah, you know what? We had a great practice yesterday. We were out there for about 2.5 hours yesterday, just going through a lot of things, and the energy was much better today on the bench. I just think, we did start out 5-0. I think maybe the kids thought it might come a little easy, and that Anoka team's a heck of a hitting softball team over there, and they gave us everything we wanted, and they ended up on top there 4-3. But I do think it did refocus us, and no one wants to lose, but I don't think it was the worst loss in the world for our team.
Jim, thanks for joining us, and best of luck the rest of the season here.
I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for all you do.
All right, Jim Koltes, the head softball coach at Maple Grove, after a nice 1-0 victory for his team over Champlin Park, as they've been off to a great start so far this season.